on SAPP Coding. Today, we'll be learning methods on Java. So, what are Java methods? Java methods are basically a collection of statements working together to perform one large task. So, let's put it in an analogy. So, a method would be a blueprint of the city of Philadelphia. So, it'd be like all the buildings, all the statues, all the public parks, and everything. And objects or statements would be a building in Philadelphia. And those objects and statements make up the blueprint. So, the objects and statements make up the method. That's basically an analogy of how methods work. So there are two types of methods. There's a standard library methods and user-defined methods. A standard library method are built-in methods, and they are used in a public static void main string args. This is already a method that's created by Java if you are going to run something on the console. A user-defined method includes your own method to operate a task of your own choice in addition to the standard library method. And in order to do this, you have to write public static and your variable name. When to use it? You want to use it when you want to create a list of functions or objects in order to work for something bigger. Basically, functions plus objects equals a method. And you can also use it when you want to organize your code rather than have all the methods in the standard library method. For example, let's say you want to create a code for a bank account. You will need several methods for this. You'll need one to calculate your balance, one to calculate withdrawal, and one to calculate your deposit. You would not want all of this in one place, as that will be very tough if there's an error in order to change. Finally, how to create methods. So in order to create methods or user-defined methods, you have to start with a public static, and that is your modifier. And then you add the data type of your return statement. So data type includes integers, strings, any type of variable in Java. And then you create a method name in what you want your method to do. And then you add parameters in the parentheses after the method name. These are the variables that will be accounted for in the method. Then you add your body. So you add print statements, objects, and functions in the body. Then you finally return the variable which you want the console to publish. So now let's try making a Java method in Eclipse IDE. We will put our Java methods, just what we learned, into a demo. So in this demo, we will ask the user to enter a word, and we'll calculate how many vowels they have in that word. So we'll need scanner and a method to do this. So first, let's import our scanner class. So import java.util.scanner. Alright, and now let's initialize scanner like how we did several other times. And now we need to ask the user to enter a word. So now let's create our method. This is already our standard defined method. Now we want to create a user input method. So we need to go after this line and then make another method called public static. Now we need our data type, and in this case it's going to be an int since we're asking how many vowels are going to be in the word. So it's going to be a number. Int count number of vowels. This is going to be my method name, and then my parameters will be string vowels because this is a parameter since we want to see how many vowels will be in this one. Alright. Okay, so now we have this ready. So now we need to have a variable because we're going to have a for loop in this to calculate exactly how many vowels we will need in this word. So we'll start off with the number 0 just as a temporary placement. And then we're going to make a for loop called increment of the value I, and you do that by I++. And now we're ready for that. So now in the for loop, we'll need an if statement saying if vowels dot char at is basically a letter data type, and it's already a Java built-in method. And then we need to do that for I, as that's the value we're incrementing, equals a, the letter a. We'll return count plus plus. So now it's actually going to increment count. And now we have to return it in our method, but not in our for loop. So we're going to return the variable count. And let's just see this error right here. Right. This is actually a very good error that Java is very case sensitive. In this, if it's a car variable, you'll need single quotes rather than double quotes for all of them. Alright, so here is our vowels class. And now we need to return this method in our standard defined method. So now we will need to make a print statement. System.out.println number of vowels in the word. And then I have to make a plus because we have to add the method. And this is how you do it. You have to write the method name plus count number of vowels. And then you have to write the variable or the parameter you put in. And then you have to end it off with a semicolon. And this is how you get a method in a standard defined method. That's how you input it. And now let's run it. Alright, enter a word. My word will be apple. So the number of vowels in the word was 2 because there are only 2 vowels in the word, and that's E and A. And this is how you basically do a method in Java. You can take this to much more extremes, like you can create this in a bank account, or you can use databases with this and stuff. But this is a very simplified version of what a method is in Java. And thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more videos in our Java course.